I want to start with this, which is I've been hearing about Web3 for seemingly forever and blockchain and Bitcoin, yet outside of the gains I've made on Bitcoin, none of it in my world has materialized. So do you think it's true that now is the time? Is this something we should finally be paying attention to, or is this still too far in the distance for the average person?
It's a great question and a perfect setup. I think that now is the time for everyone to be paying attention to what's happening in Web3. We're in this very sort of unique time in human history. Every once in a while, Chris, a new technology emerges that transforms the economic power grid and the old order of human affairs in ways that are, quite profound and unexpected. And we've seen that play out time and again, whether it's, the invention of the internet or the TV or the transistor or the steam engine and so on and so forth. And right now we're in this very interesting moment where there's not one, but four new technologies all kind of emerging at the same time, or at least they're all hitting their stride. The first amongst these is a technology known as blockchain. Now, blockchain is not a sonorous term. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, but blockchain is nonetheless a very important concept. So basically, blockchains, to your point about Bitcoin, enable us to create scarcity online. So they enable individuals to move value peer-to-peer without the need for an intermediary. And blockchains can be the foundation for really literally any kind of digital asset. It can work for Bitcoin, but it can just as easily work for shares in companies, art and collectibles, IP, even votes in an election, anything that requires scarcity to have value. And so as more and more commerce moves onto blockchains, the value of those assets is going to continue to grow. The second big technology is AI. AI is helping us to reimagine what we thought computers could do, but also what people could do when empowered with this toolkit. And I think it's going to lead to some really strange and quite unexpected outcomes. The third of these is extended reality, right? The idea that we've had a two-dimensional internet for decades, right? You see it on your phone or on your screen, your tablet, your laptop, what have you. And what extended reality, and that means virtual reality, augmented reality, is going to take us to is a 3D web, right? An internet that is integrated into our natural world. And then the fourth of these technologies is connected devices, or what they call the Internet of Things. And these are more than just, smart thermostats. We're talking about devices that can do transactions and that have autonomy, that can think, thanks to AI. So these technologies are not separate, but related. In the same way that the term internet went from describing a very narrow range of sort of networking technologies to describing a whole range of technologies, but also new business models, new social behaviors, and so forth. So too is the term Web3 coming to describe this new era where these different technologies are converging together. Blockchain is clearly the one that started it all. I think when people think of Web3, they think of crypto or blockchain or digital assets. But the technologies that are emerging today, the thing that's going to matter the most, in my view, is how they intersect. And how they interact with each other. I'm happy to explore that in a little bit more detail. So, most technologies from the outside looking in look like overnight success stories. ChatGPT hits the market. Oh, wow, AI, where did that come from? The reality is that they're usually many decades in the making. AI has gone through plenty of its fits and starts, what they call, AI winters. And that's been true for lots of other technologies too. So what I find unique about this moment is that all of these things which have been in the R&D phase or in the sort of skunkworks phase or trial and error phase, all seem to be hitting prime time at the same moment. And I think that's very exciting because to my knowledge, I'm not aware of a period in history where all these different technologies have all emerged at the exact same time. Or so many different technologies have emerged at the same time. And, I think that that's going to change our world in some pretty big ways.